what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And the Raiders have got him. Bruce Irvin in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. But that's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
Move. Mike 13.
Cousins now on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Marsh. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Our first update now comes from Atlanta, and the 49ers are out to the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Wait, hot.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And not much room to operate as they'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Hey, Ringo, 48. We're going. Let's go.
They'll go for it with Bell. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's
rush coming, and he's taken down. Everson Griffin in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. They went zone blitz there, obviously successful. What makes the zone blitz successful?
Well, just go ahead and let's break the term down. Zone means they're going to play zone behind them in coverage, not man-to-man. But the zone blitz, why it's confusing to offenses? Because oftentimes defensive ends or defensive tackles will drop back into coverage.
And the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Flex round.
55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Ohio. Hut.
From the gun, it's Boykin. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. And out now come the Vikings. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. And that's incomplete.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be two guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Three down.
Ringo. Pacer.
Mike 13.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Play.
Where's that?
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ohio.
After the interception, here's Boykin. Throw left side complete. It's Sullivan. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
Flex round.
Four down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out.
Four down. Check. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
They'll run with Henderson. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Back.
Flex round.
On 3rd down, Boykin. And that is incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lewis. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
Ready? Rhino. Go ahead.
Stay at home.
Rhino. Wait, touch.
2nd down, Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block him. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offense's backfield has been something else in this game.
On 2nd down, it's Boykin. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Raiders on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. From the shotgun, Boykin looking deep in the direction of Cooper. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10.
Spurs. Move.
Nice 13. He's coming.
Black.
I'm on.
Zebra.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius brings him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cousins. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
Black. Alert. 180. Two. Wide.
13.
Rhino.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Cousins now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. The give is to Bell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, you got 3
Black. Go ahead.
Move.
Black, 82.
Here's Cousins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his... Guys will get the football back. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 16.
Go. Raider 2.
They go with Washington to begin the drive. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Andrew Sendejo in on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
29.
First throw now for the backup Carr. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's got a 1st down past the 30 and all the way up to the 37-yard line. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already have what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's 1st and 10.
637. 694.
On play action. Now Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Tight end right.
You got 56 there. Go.
4 down. Undercrush.
Where's it? Hunt. Yo, Chief. You're mine.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. And Cook has it, left side. A Raiders 1st down. Carr hooking up with Cook.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Carr now on first down. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Anthony Barr in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Purdue! Come here. Listen, hot.
Shotgun now for Carr. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Throwing his Carr on third down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10.
3 down.
180!
What's the mic? Get in the weight room.
Move!
Go ahead, baby. Go.
Black!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This is Bell on the dump off. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Caught on the right side by Treadwell. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards for number 11.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, guys, check me out.
The hug! 180!
Hey, he's coming to you.
A first down throw for Cousins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
4 down.
The hug! 180!
82's moving.
Gun!
31's the mic.
Black! Wait, the hot!
They'll throw again. Cousins. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Hey, flipper, flipper. Go ahead, go ahead. Rhino!
On play action, Cousins. He'll buy some time right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Final play of the half, Cousins. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lewis. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? Well, a lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Get set. 180. 734. Hey, 734.
Carr now on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Wide. 97. Spurs.
Following the interception, Cousins. And Rudolph has it left side. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Move. Gun.
Now Cousins. And this one is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And it's 3rd and short. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Cousins to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
Carlson able to put this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it with. Range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Amari Cooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And we are even at 10 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Rhino! Where's the hot?
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd down.
Spurs! The hug!
They just do get the playoff. Now Cousins. And that is incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys will have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
On first, here's Washington. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
734, 93, 93.
On second down, here's Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jared Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Pinheiro now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10.
Go ahead, go ahead. Motion, motion. Yellow, yellow. Ready, sit in there. Yellow, yellow. Yellow, yellow.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. That is incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Yellow, 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 yellow. Move, move. There you go. Motion, motion, motion. Black, black. Hey, flipper, flipper. 97 to the mic.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Marsh. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 36 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
First down, here's Cousins. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
Black, black. Move, move. Wait, the hot, hot. Motion, motion, motion. Reset, reset, reset. Yellow, yellow, yellow.
On second down, Cousins again. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A very solid gain of 27.
Wide, wide.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Down. Stand up in.
Cousins again. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
To the air again, it's Cousins. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Raider 2.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Yeah, 98's now. 58, 98.
Carr on the give. It's Washington. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. On the tackle, it's Trey Waynes.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Single, got a single in the slot, 84. Where's it? Hunt. You got 56 there.
Now Carr throwing on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Richardson in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
You got 56 there. What's up? Check 3. 637.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
We're going. We're going. Let's go. Black.
Cousins on 1st down. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. To throw, Cousins. He's going to let it go deep. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Carlson now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And now here come the Raiders. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's Carr to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
What's up? 6:37.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
24. 4 down. 6:37. Listen, hut. But 5-man box.
And the blitz does come. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is taken around the 12. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And he'll power his way up near the 25. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
You got 3.
We're going. We're going. Let's go. Wait, the hot.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. The Vikings send out their punter. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. This is fielded at the 27. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start the drive with Washington. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Are you kidding me? Monday down. 29. 29. Raider 1. 734. White. Do your job. Yeah, 98's down. 58, 98.
From midfield, here's Carr. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. The Raiders on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
White.
Shotgun now for Carr. And he finds Cook. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Carr now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here.
Low. You got 56 there. Where's it? Hunt. Hey.
Tighten up.
That's Hunt.
From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
3 down.
Black flag. Ringo.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Flushed out right. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Black. Mike 13. He's coming.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
4 down, even.
To Hunt. 180. Move. Yellow. Black.
A first down throw for Cousins. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
180. Hey, steamer.
Mike 13. Let's get this ball back.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
To Hunt. 180. Wide. Move.
Mike 13.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Lets it fly for Treadwell. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Hey, Raider 2.
Carr gives it off to Washington. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Purdue. Go, Chief. 24.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. It got his man complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A big play there. Carr to Cooper. 45 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
White. 637.
They'll look to throw. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Carr now, 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Low, low, low. 6-18.
Back to throw. Oh, no, lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, 734. Yo, Chief. What's up? Low, low, low.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. A bullet throw, but incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Purdue. White.
Focus, defense, focus.
Purdue. 637. Where's it? Hunt.
Now Carr, got to have this one. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
808. 734. 93.
Carr to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
24.
To throw his Carr. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it. Go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Well, win it right now. Have the momentum. Go ahead and get it done.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. Set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far.
694, 618.
Carr now on first down. He finds his receiver left side. This is Patton. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Okay, we got 4. We got 4. Here we go.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Hey, come here. What's up?
Carr now to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there in overtime, and even 40 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. A handoff for Washington, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Three down. 29.
On play action, it's Carr. Dancing to his left. That is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Right down.
On first and goal, Washington. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, tried to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for
quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Oakland, the win moves them to 3-9 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.